It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. Let's talk about my favorite topic, skincare, please. Because what if glowing skin wasn't just about what you see, but about what's happening beneath the surface? And today we're unlocking the science behind radiant skin and also diving into the latest innovations that are changing the way that we glow, from head all the way down to our toes. And joining us in studio to share the glow up story behind this breakthrough body care innovation, we have Vaseline Senior Brand Manager Vanessa Muhango, as well as from their research and development team, as well as Zethu Zula, who will join us in just a bit, and then the gorgeous Michelle Frankson is also with us to talk about this incredible breakthrough technology. And I can't wait to get into talking about it. So first of all, welcome, ladies.
Thank you
so much for coming to do some science experiments along with us. I'm so excited. Vanessa, maybe I can start with you and talk about this new range that we're seeing next to me right now. It's the Vaseline Cera Glow range.
Yes.
And when I say Cera, I'm thinking ceramides, but we'll get into that. How does it fit into the future of skincare, and what inspired the launch of it?
So at its core, Vaseline is all about meeting the evolving skincare needs of consumers. So before developing the Vaseline Cera Glow range, we conducted extensive research to understand key trends, ingredients, and most importantly, consumer skincare needs. And one thing was exceptionally clear. South African consumers are looking for skincare that goes beyond basic moisturization to deliver advanced benefits. And that's what inspired the development of Vaseline Cera Glow, which has our advanced pro-ceramide technology. And it has other powerhouse skincare goodies like Cica, collagen, niacinamide to really enhance your glow.
Every time you say things, I'm nodding because yes, we get the hydration, we get the glow. Radiant skin is on the way and I can't wait for it. But Michelle, talk to me a bit more about the science behind it all. Many body creams, I would say, include ceramides, and we go, okay, that's fair. But what makes this range so different?
Awesome. So let's start with what is a ceramide.
Yes, please.
Right? So a ceramide is actually, it's a type of lipid that you find in your skin barrier. And what it does is it strengthens your skin barrier, it holds your skin cells together. It's the glue that holds your skin cells together. Right? But of course what happens is over time it depletes. And also with bathing with hot water in winter.
Oh, I was going to ask for some of the factors. Aging, does that also play its role?
Definitely, yes. So, and then what it does, and then what happens is that your skin becomes like a leaky bucket, right? Because now you've got less ceramides holding all your skin cells together. And then it actually, and then it actually strengthens, and then you end up with dry, ashy skin, right? Sorry, yes. So, and then, of course, did you know that we have 10 plus classes of ceramides? Right?
Oh.
And did you know that each of us has a unique ceramide profile?
Okay.
Yeah, right. So creams have ceramides, and that's great, but they only have a limited number of ceramides. Right? So how do you know that that's what you need at that point in time? Right. So that's where our fantastic advanced pro-ceramide technology comes in. So what it actually does is, we don't have ceramides. There's no ceramides in there. Right?
Okay.
Right? But what is in there is these fantastic nutrients that are unique to Vaseline that actually allow your skin to create its own ceramides and the unique ceramides that you need. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it encourages could you say growth of ceramides or
the boost of ceramides?
Yes, the boost of ceramides, and it actually does it a little faster than normal. So so that is the ceramides, and and of course, what does that mean? You end up with this beautiful, healthy skin,
and that's what we want.
Gorgeous glow.
That's what we want. We want the gorgeous glow in winter, in summer, all year round. We just want to look like we're a goddess, the goddesses that we are. All right, Vanessa, let's come back to you and talk a bit. I know you mentioned that in South Africa we all have our own unique skin needs. So why is this so important for specifically us right here in Mzansi?
Yeah, so for a country like South Africa, as diverse as South Africa, firstly you have these beautiful diverse skin tones. Then you have varying climates depending on the region that you live in. So Vaseline recognizes this, and that's why, like Michelle explained, our advanced pro-ceramide technology works with your unique skin ID to boost the ceramides that your skin needs. And we've also gone further because we have specialized solutions, so we have different ranges. We have Even Tone that has, besides the pro-ceramide technology, it has marula oil, vitamin C, SPF, niacinamide to visibly fade dark spots. We have firming, which has collagen and coconut oil and visibly firms and tightens your skin. We also have stretch marks, which has Cera, and that really helps to visibly reduce the appearance of stretch marks. Plus, we've introduced this exciting new format, our body gel oil, which is over there.
Look at that.
And that boosts like your glow amazingly, of course, we're giving you that long-lasting moisturization.
I love that. And you know what? Our bodies go through so many phases as we move through life, from being a teenager and our skin growing out of that and getting those stretch marks, to a young adult, to maybe having children or hitting that second puberty in our late 20s.
Yes.
So I love that you're catering for every single phase in a woman or man's life. That's really beautiful. Michelle, what sets this range apart from other ranges? I know that you underwent extensive consumer feedback, testing, validation. So why should we get this product?
Well, so we actually tested this range with about 800 people.
Sure.
Right? And they loved it. They loved it, okay? And basically they told us that what we were promising in terms of fading dark marks, all-day moisture, smoother stretch marks, and also firmer skin, we were delivering. So it's all great to see the science and tech, you can do the clinical testing, but the proof is in the use, right? The proof is in the pudding, and the consumers saw it, they loved it. And in fact, I think it was basically the majority of the consumers said that we actually moisturize better than any other brand they've ever used, that they've used.
Well, if the people are saying it, we gotta believe it. All right, so we've spoken all about this, but I know that you're curious about this in front of me. It's a bit of a science experiment, which is why we're gonna bring in Zethu to show us exactly what this is. I'm assuming maybe these are the ceramides, and then you have the moist. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Come on, Zethu. Show us exactly what is going on here. What are we demonstrating?
Cool, thank you. So today what I've prepared for you is 2 demos to bring the technology that the ladies have spoken about to life.
Yes.
It's the most exciting stuff. But before we go there, I just want to refer to my skin structure here to show you that Michelle spoke about ceramides and what they do and why they're amazing for our skin. And I just want to show you that, do you see this little layer here, the epidermis layer? That's where, I know it looks little, but it does a very good job in protecting our skin. And within the epidermis layer, there's what's called stratum corneum. And that's where you would find your ceramides. So if you maybe imagine a brick wall, so your skin cells being the bricks, and then the lipid layer that Michelle spoke about, where ceramides are, being the mortar. So if you imagine that and take it exactly to that, Vanessa, if you can help me, to this is what I've prepared to represent the bricks and the mortar. So your skin cells and the lipid layer. And so Michelle spoke about the fact that there are creams in the market who contain ceramides. So maybe you're asking, why don't you just go that route? I'll show you just now. So ceramides are quite large molecules. It's something that we already know, right? And because of that, when you apply ceramides on skin, so think of this your skin, Vanessa, apply ceramide.
Okay, so I'm representing like creams that just apply a few ceramides top of your skin.
Yeah, so because they're quite large molecules, they don't penetrate as well to go now and replenish the lipid layer between your skin cells that you need to replenish to solve for dry skin and get your skin into that good state, right? So as much as they work, but the efficacy is very limited. So instead of going that route, we said, let's come up with a pro-ceramide technology. As Michelle has explained, it's nutrient, it feeds your body and encourages your body to make its own ceramides. So this would be the pro-ceramide. First of all, because it's building blocks, it's able to penetrate. And when it penetrates, it goes to where it's needed, to this lipid layer here.
All the way.
And what you'll start seeing is that this layer starts plumping up. And that's what you need. You need that layer replenished and stronger for a stronger skin barrier. So once you've taken care of the skin barrier, then you can focus on other benefits now. Right, like your dark marks, uneven tone skin, which are the pain points that consumers spoke to us about that they want to solve for. So still in the epidermis layer, you found the melanin factory, and melanin is a pigment that helps to give us the skin color, and it also helps to protect our skin. So what happens is that in that melanin factory, if you go through things like sun exposure, irritation, friction, your body sends the signal to the factory to produce more as a defense mechanism, right? So V, do you just want to put that?
So this represents...
So what I've done is, sorry, thank you for that. I've had your sugar cubes here to represent your skin layers. And I have this, your melanin, and then I've also represented our even tone complex.
Okay.
Cool. So what V is doing now is showing how our body responds to maybe a friction or a mosquito bite or sun exposure. So it starts producing loads of melanin to protect your body. And what you see is that melanin travels to the top of your skin and it forms a dark mark.
Yeah.
So now, what we've done is, now even in Tone Moisture, we've created an even tone complex. So if you use that product, so I've added just the even tone complex. So say that you're exposed to sun again, or you go through friction, mosquito bites, I want you guys to just observe what happens. So say your body produces melanin again. See what happens.
See the difference.
So what it does is that the even tone complex tells the body to regulate the amount of melanin. So it says, calm down, there's no fight, you don't need to produce as much melanin as you need to. So it helps to give you that even tone skin. And moreover, this even tone complex, we've also added sunscreen. So SPF 20 in our lotions and 10 in our creams to give you that sun protection and also to make sure that, to help prevent new dark marks from forming.
You have distilled science so well. Oh my goodness. If this was high school, I would have passed with an A. That is so good to know that good news is on the way, because I completely relate. Anytime I get a scar or I get bitten, I'm in the sun for too long, you get all of the damage that comes from that. So the protection factor is so beautiful. I love that you've mentioned vitamin C, SPF, niacinamide, all of it is right there in the science for our skincare. Why is it so important for both melanated individuals and maybe those with not as much melanin to do this and apply this to their lives?
So I think it's what you touched on, or should maybe make the R&D people explain. But ceramides, like we said, get depleted. So it's about like age, you know. So age is something that's across where you have melanated skin or not. Pollution and environmental stresses also deplete the ceramides you have in your skin. So it's very important to build up that ceramide layer with a product like Vaseline Cera Glow.
That's deeper than the skin layer. It goes inside and assists with the building blocks, if you will. Thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, Zetu, for taking us through this. My goodness, I feel like my brain just grew just a little bit right now and my skin is looking so good. And now we know that radiant skin, it's not just a trend, all right? It is a science and it's more accessible now more than ever. So if you're ready to enhance your glow, the journey actually starts right now. And the great news, Expresso fam, is that 2 lucky viewers stand a chance at winning a Vaseline Cera Glow hamper. And it's all valued at 7,000 Rand, not even 1,000, times 7 each. And to enter, simply head to the competition post on our pages on Facebook, Instagram, or X and answer this easy question. What are the 3 key skincare concerns targeted by the Vaseline Cera Glow lotions and creams? And don't forget to include that hashtag RIP Thirsty Skin and hashtag Glow Unlocked. The competition does close at midday on this Monday, the 2nd of June, and T's and C's to apply and can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Here's to glowy skin, right?
Yeah.
Yes, looking good.
Lerato, my skin is just not giving that even tone glow.
Your skin needs a Cera Glow. With pro-ceramides and niacinamide, clinically proven to moisturize and visibly fade dark spots for that even-toned, glowing skin. Vaseline Cera Glow.